Welcome to Punks Talk Wrestling! On this episode, we look each other in the eyes and say, did that really happen? Were we really just there? As we run down the list of WWE superstars we interviewed as part of this year's Mania press event. And we anxiously await the Anonymous Podcast Critic to show their trolling face as we dive into this year's predictions for Wrestlemania XL. I am R.W. Hellborn, the PA Rock Prince, one half of the crown, which is one half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champion host of the world, hailing, quote unquote, from Philly! Now, then, and forever by my side, from 3,500 miles away in London, England, he is my tag team podcast partner. He is the other half of the crown, which is the other half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champion host of the world, Mr. Did You Know, Sir King of Reels, the Proper Prick CJ Newman!
Did you know that since The Undertaker doesn't have an undefeated streak anymore, someone else has an undefeated streak? And there's only one other person. Oh, there's a few people. Well, the one that has the best undefeated streak of 4-0. Well done, by the way. It's quite an experience being here for that.
I know, right?
I laughed the whole way through.
Did you get any spitfly?
No, but it's good to know when you actually finish now, because before I normally can't tell when you've stopped screaming. With 4-0 wins, 4 wins and 0 losses, who is it? You got 3 guesses and a minute.
Well, it's not announcer Michael Cole.
No, it's not. He's only got 1.
Michael Cole's only 1-0. 4-0.
That's not a guess, so I still give you 3 guesses.
Yeah. Were they at this year's WrestleMania?
No.
Were they at last year's WrestleMania? No.
Started your timer late, by the way. I'm giving you a bit of a grace period here.
Mark Henry.
No.
Drew McIntyre?
Nope.
Ooh. 4-0. So they've only wrestled 4 times.
That's right, at WrestleMania.
You can only have 4 matches if you're 4-0.
That's correct.
Are they a current WWE? Are they on the current WWE roster?
No. You have 10 seconds. All right, time's up. Oh, look, my alarm's off.
Shit. No clue.
It was Rob Van Dam.
RVD. Oh, hey, man.
Is he from Philly?
No, Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, the fact that they know that, it's fucking terrible.
Well, you are the only cities in the United States are cities that professional wrestlers have come from.
But no one else would know Battle Creek, fucking Michigan.
But he was in ECW.
He was in ECW.
He was an ECW original.
There you go. See, I didn't mean to do that, but here we go. I did it.
There's a lot of things we didn't mean to do.
Yeah, and talking about a lot of things we didn't mean to do, huh?
We didn't mean to stumble into the WWE Wrestlemania XL press events.
That's right.
But somehow we were there.
The last few days, yeah?
Yeah.
You want to...
I am still in shock. To be honest. I still...
What's this?
What's
this? What's this sound?
What's this thing?
You hear that?
You hear that? That's the flick of a laminated 2024 Wrestlemania media press pass.
That's right, it is, yeah.
And we're going to gloat about this for a minute.
Just for a minute.
And then probably for another more minute.
We've got 2 of these. They're like tag team championships.
They're tag team podcast
Lanyards.
media day passes. I need to look you in the eyes.
Yeah.
Just like I said.
Yeah, here we are.
And say, did that really happen?
It did happen, yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Were we really there?
We were really there.
We were.
Video proof.
We have video and audio
proof, yeah.
We have 2 types of proof.
Photographic evidence.
And
a really awkward photo.
We have video proof. We have audio proof. We have. We don't have. What's the other senses? We have smell proof.
Smell proof.
Do we have the sense of?
It smelled pretty good in that room, actually.
I mean, for the most part, it smelled pretty good. I mean, were. And.
There was good food, too.
There was good food. So there's the taste. So we have taste proof.
We have taste proof.
We have taste proof of Snickers, Slim Jims, which you still have yet to snap into.
Yeah, that's the thing we need to do.
We still have to snap into the Slim Jim for you.
I had some other meat stick a second ago, but it wasn't a Slim Jim.
It was totally non-sponsored, non-WWE sponsored meat snacks. So we won't talk about it. But let's just go down this list. Let's go down.
Here we go. Yeah.
Let's go down this list. Can you? We'll start in alphabetical order. No, and we'll start with I can't talk. I still can't talk about it. I still can't believe that I'm looking at this list.
That is an alphabetical order.
It is an alphabetical order.
All right.
But I'm saying there's one that we should leave.
Oh, to the end.
There's one that we put. There's one that we put in the end.
All right.
So let's just back.
Go down the list.
We'll go down the list. I'll start.
All right.
We've got Greg Miller, host of WWE's
many things. Yeah.
The bomb.
He's
on the bomb.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
On the network or Peacock, whatever you want to call it. We got Ivar from the Viking Raiders.
We have one half of DIY, Johnny Gargano.
Of Regeneration X.
Yeah.
We got Lyra Valkyria, NXT Women's Champion.
We've got R-Truth.
That's right. We got Roxanne Perez. I'm really trying to struggle to read your screen here. Yeah, Roxanne Perez.
Shayna Baszler.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Xavier Woods.
And none other than Jade Cargill.
I'm a shiver. Like, there's still, like, you said it, and, like,
So
my hair on my arms are
thinking
popping
about
up.
this earlier. Like, we were, the media press event she did today, while recording is today that we did it. There were 2 people ahead of us. There were 2 people before us that got to interview. One of those people was Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
So we were the 3rd people to interview her into her WWE career. So, just saying. That's a fact.
Well, 4th, because she did an interview. She did an interview Thursday night. She did one interview Thursday night.
Oh, did she at the 2K thing?
Yeah, the 2K thing. Fine. So we're the 4th. So we are, as far as we know,
as far as we are totally aware,
at Wrestlemania, we are the 4th people to interview Jade Cargill.
That's right. She was lovely.
She absolutely, it's a gem of a human.
Yeah. Terrifying, but she's lovely.
Intimidating as all get out. And so those are going to be coming for you.
Yeah.
Soon. Well, we're gonna unleash. I think we're gonna roll these out.
Going to figure out that probably maybe on the podcast once a week, but they'll be dribbling out on the Instagram and everything like that. So that's pretty cool.
We asked them questions about their music, their favorite bands. We asked them about their favorite entrances.
Yeah, a lot of things non-Wrestlemania related. Basically.
Zero things WrestleMania related, which is why we're going to spread this out. We're going to drag this out as long as we can.
Yeah.
With them, because all of this, we're just getting to know WWE superstars.
Yeah,
on a very interesting level. We talk about Toast.
We do talk about Toast. Talk about socks.
We talk about socks. We talk about I can't even remember what we talked. It is still baffling my brain.
Yeah.
It is still.
Yeah. It's still, I'm still processing it still.
But we wanted to officially, formally, and forever thank and shout out our buddy Al from 2K Games and 2K Games as a whole.
Yeah,
because
they did a lot for us this past.
They did
weekend.
a lot for us.
Yeah.
I still, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
My brain does not process this.
It's been a
my
very
brain
long
has
day.
not fully processed this. It happened. We've got the proof. We're going to upload this. And we were there. We witnessed LA Knight run in and attack AJ Styles during the press event. We have our own footage. Probably the best footage that anyone got of the event, except maybe
one guy. But I tell you what, we can
at least it's the best footage by our.
Yeah, I think once I'm back in the UK, I think we should definitely do an episode kind of recounting this past weekend. I think that would be quite.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through. So not only about Wrestlemania, but about our experience, at WWE World and doing the press events and dealing with 2K and everything. I think it'd be interesting. So
yeah. So,
but for now, how's about we talk about our Wrestlemania predictions?
Intro.
That's how the song goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to? Where to fucking start? Well, I mean, we got to start at night one. We obviously start with night one.
We got a day breakdown now, which got released on Monday.
Yeah.
They did Raw.
Yep. So we know what we're going to see.
On what day? Are you happy with what you're seeing and what on the day we're going on day 2?
Yeah. I think so. Yes, I am. I think the only thing that I am missing is Becky versus Rhea. Is probably the only of all the matches that we're not seeing on Saturday Live. That's the one that I most because it's Rhea.
I think Becky, I would love to have seen the Jimmy and Jay live.
Yeah,
and I think I would have, from a point of view of a British fan that never really gets to see ladder matches. I would love to see a ladder match because we rarely get we had Money in the Bank last year, but I didn't go to that. And other than that, we rarely ever get stipulation matches.
Yeah, you did have Money in the Bank last year. Yeah,
but I didn't get tickets.
Yeah.
They sold out super quick.
Yeah.
So I never seen a ladder match or anything live before. So to see that live would have been cool. But fuck it, whatever, it doesn't matter.
That's all right.
So, but otherwise, I'm happy. We'll get to day 2 in a minute, but
yeah,
I'm happy with what we got. But this isn't any particular order. This isn't the order of which it's stated on the Wikipedia page. So
other than we know the Bloodline tag match.
We know the main events of both nights. Yeah. That's fine. But
although we could make our predictions of what the order is but who cares?
Who cares? In this case, we got Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship.
Yeah. If I had to pick a match from day 1 to put it into day 2, this one would be the one that I would have done.
I get that. I guess you know what? If Becky had won the Royal Rumble, I think this would have been on day 2.
Yeah.
But I think it makes sense the winner of the Royal Rumble to be fighting on day 2.
Yeah.
Since there's also no way, unfortunately, with the whole Bloodline thing going on. Unfortunately, there's no way a women's match could have finished night 1 or night 2.
No.
Which sucks, but it just is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, and it comes down to the Bloodline story is the story. Everything with that is the major story.
First of all, fucking great card. This you could say. I mean, I guess you could say for last year, but this year for sure. Well, this is the first ever, TKO Wrestlemania.
Right.
This is the first ever. I'd say it's the first ever truly Triple H era Wrestlemania.
Yeah, they've had the whole year to cook.
Yeah.
With it.
So I think this is like the first of a new era for sure, and it feels that way too.
It certainly does.
I saw the other day, and I can't remember exactly now, but I did see the other day that the last Wrestlemania before it went to 2 days, which was was that 35?
Yeah, that was 35. That was at in New York.
So that was that was the last 1 day event, right?
Yeah,
But that was what, a 6-hour event?
Oh my
or
God!
more.
Yeah, holy fuck,
So
that was
I
long.
think that I think they said that was the longest WrestleMania of all time,
And
I
there
think
was-
after that, I think the pandemic kind of saved us there, because if it wasn't for the pandemic, I don't know whether it would have gone to 2 nights.
I think I do think the pandemic definitely it forced that to happen.
Yeah.
Which, and I'm pretty great. I think everybody is grateful for. I mean, understandably, there's some people that might be like, well, now it's 2 nights, and if I want to go see it all, I have to.
It's a burnout, man.
It is.
No matter how big of a fan you are, and you're a pretty big fan, I'm sure by the end of the night you were completely exhausted.
It was so, and that's, I think that's really where they saw it too, is that by the end of that, I mean, it was damn near midnight before it ended.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, everybody was just so fucking tired.
Yeah.
It was over, and everybody cheered, and then everybody's like, let's get the fuck out of here as soon as possible. Like, there was no time to even enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because
and they've done really good in the years gone by with pay-per-views in general now are like 3 to 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Whereas there was a point in time, especially when the network first came about, where they felt like they could really just take liberties and do it, go as long as they wanted.
Yeah.
They were doing, like, even general monthly pay-per-views were going 4 hours.
Yeah,
plus.
and it's too much.
It's too much.
It is too much. It's the one time only that I'll say it's too much all in one day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad it's broken up.
But
overall, it makes it better.
Back to the case at hand.
Yeah, Rhea versus Becky is the first on our list for day one. I think Rhea Ripley's winning. Because I feel like Becky is, especially with what she's been doing lately in the last few weeks, I feel like she's getting into this. Her character, she's going through another character shift, and it kind of sounds like she's doing a lot of complaining about what other people are doing.
Yeah,
she's complaining about Rhea Ripley. She's complaining about Roman Reigns. And that's, I mean, it wasn't even a complaint. I saw people, the way people made it sound, it was like she's trash talking Roman Reigns for not being there. It's like, no, she's saying the exact same. She's just saying what people have been saying for a year.
Yeah, I think she's like, at the moment, she's obviously the stuff with Rhea Ripley bringing up her daughter all the time, and that's obviously, I don't know. I said to you the other day when we were watching Raw, I believe that the Judgment Day will lose everything.
You know what? Let's start. We can start with that, because that's your You're going hard in on that.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely going to be a rift, but if I had to call what I want to see, I guess it's not necessarily what the difference between what I think and what I want.
Yeah.
sometimes doesn't always mix up or match up. I want Rhea to win. I want Rhea to retain. Even though, as much as I love Becky, and I've always have and always will.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this run she was on has been slowing her down a little bit, and especially, see, I think the other way. I think Seth and Becky are losing everything now. I don't like to think too much about behind the scenes everything, but I get this feeling that both of them want to take some more time off, some more family time.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I definitely see a lot of people taking time off after this. Maybe not at the same time, but I definitely do see it.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, I mean, I'm kind of giving away my predictions for other matches here, but I see Rhea losing. I see losing the tag titles. And the thing is, she won this championship at Wrestlemania last year. This is a year reign. It does not hurt her whatsoever to lose. It doesn't hurt whatsoever to lose, especially to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people rumors at the moment that Becky Lynch, because apparently she hasn't signed a new contract, but she's staying. She's not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah.
Come on.
She might. Yeah. You know what? She might not have signed a new contract because she wants to take some time off.
Yeah.
Too.
Exactly.
Without that.
But we'll get to the Ray and Dragon. We'll get to that later. I got my theory about that too, because Dom's obviously in the Judgment Day. He's in that match. We'll get to that.
But you're going Becky wins. I'm going Rhea wins. So we're already off to You know, I feel like this of all the pay-per-views that we've done our predictions, and you and I have usually been mostly together.
I already know there's a lot here that we already disagree on.
Yeah. Sure. This is going to be the one that
which is good, because I think that shows that all of this is super unpredictable.
Yeah.
Which is great, because like that's what you want with wrestling.
So. Right. So all right, next up we've got the Gunther versus Sammy for the Intercontinental title match.
Yeah.
This one's so hard. This one's hard for me because logically and realistically, Sami Zayn should not have a chance. You know, like if you were to look at them just in, you know, stats and whatever, Gunther is just so much more dominating.
I guess it's just Sammy is that ultimate underdog, right?
Yeah.
So that's his shtick, and I think you say that, but there was a very brief period in time, barely a year ago, that people thought it was legitimately a possibility that Sammy was going to beat Roman Reigns.
I never thought that. Everyone's for
there were some people.
There were people.
Yeah.
There were a number.
So I think
there was a number of people that thought that.
But I think
I don't love Sammy.
He works best as an underdog, and this is a perfect underdog story. It's
absolutely
David versus Goliath. He always works best in these scenarios. This is probably, looking at the card, probably the match that I'm probably gonna. It's hardest to predict, because shit, it's just very hard.
It is. It's really hard. I mean, okay.
But the way I see it, if I was to just gun to the head, Gunther. Because I don't think Sammy's the guy to beat Gunther, and I feel like I think we both said the guy to do it is
Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov.
I think I think so too, and that's, you know, again, this is a little under the thing, but yeah, I don't think Sammy's the guy to do it now.
Yeah,
and Sammy's already had a really good IC title run. It's not to say that he
multiple as well.
Oh, multiple. Yeah, multiple. It's not to say that he can't or won't have it again.
Yeah. I
think that this is one of those good guys not going to win.
Yeah.
So I'm calling Gunther to win this.
Yeah, I'd say good. I really would love to see Sammy. I mean, you know, I say Sammy get a big win at WrestleMania. He got a big win at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
But
he got the main event night one and win the tag titles.
But you know, at the same time, you get that big singles win at WrestleMania would be great for him, especially with losing against Roman last year. But it can come in another fashion, you know. And Gunther, Gunther just needs this championship. And I think, and also with saying that Becky would end Rhea's long reign, I think another long reign to end, along with someone else's long reign ending. I think, which we'll get to. I think Gunther. Yeah, Gunther's going to win.
Yeah, Gunther. Yeah. Sammy's not the guy for this. Yeah. Sorry, Sammy. Love you, but I don't believe in you.
Yeah. Third match. I guess we'll go take it in turns here. We got the 6-pack tag team ladder match with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
The Judgment Day with Finn Balor and Damian Priest, DIY, Johnny Gargano and Ciampa versus the Awesome Truth versus the New Day versus A-Town Down Under.
I love the new name. I love when two guys combine their shticks into one big name. You know, it's like Show Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, Awesome Truth.
Awesome Truth. And the New Catch Republic.
Yeah.
Now, we must note that on Raw, they did mention about, and then they wouldn't have said this if it wasn't going
to happen.
They said that a match will end when sets of championships are retrieved.
Have been retrieved individually.
That means they are blatantly going to be retrieved separately.
Absolutely. Yep.
So,
which also means, which is also interesting to think, because you could have one team pull one of the titles down and still be in the match.
Yeah, they could still carry on and try to win the next.
Yeah, because they haven't specifically said that ends the match.
It's true, but I still believe that the championships will be split here.
Yeah.
But where they are split to is a whole other story.
Gargano and Ciampa are technically on Raw, right?
They are technically on Raw.
They're technically on Raw. Here's this.
Oh, wait, who? Sorry?
Gargano and Ciampa.
Oh, no. Yeah, Raw. Yeah,
yeah, they're Raw.
Raw. Yeah.
I want to see Ciampa and Gargano take one of them.
Mm.
It would be interesting because technically the Judgment Day is all on Raw as well.
Yeah.
If my call off the top is DIY gets the Raw titles.
Yeah.
And I want to say Priest and Balor retain and get the SmackDown titles. That pushes them onto another show. I know you're thinking that they're going to lose everything, but
Here's my prediction. And I've just made this up now because I've just kind of changed my mind.
The best predictions are the ones that you've changed your mind.
But I think Grayson, the A-Town Down Under will win the SmackDown titles.
Oh.
Because people would hate that.
Yep.
And I think, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And I think it gives Austin Theory, more so than Grayson Waller, a little bit of a something because he needs it right now.
I think they both. I do agree. I think they both need. I think they both need a little something to make that team a little more relevant.
Yeah.
They've been doing great, and the fact that they're buddies with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Consecutively, like give me those three
with championships.
Yeah,
as well. So New Catch Republic. Well, I think they're going to win titles. I think it's too soon. New Day, don't see it happening.
Yeah.
DIY.
New Day doesn't need. New Day's had. I mean, I love them.
Yeah,
but they've had so many titles. What would that be? That would be what the
9th or 10th,
40th tag titles for them.
Judgment Day, I think, are losing the titles. Now, I think the Awesome Truth are winning the Raw Championships.
Oh.
And I think that I could definitely see them winning it and losing it to DIY Regeneration the next night.
There could,
because I don't see why. Because obviously the Awesome Truth don't need it, but I think you know what it would serve is I think knowing who's writing this show, Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the kind of guy to look at our truth and see. Here you are, so far late in your career, and you've never had your big Wrestlemania moment. So let's give him a moment.
Yep.
To win these championships. It's okay if he loses the next night. He doesn't need the damn things. But then Regeneration X could be buddy and be like, oh, how about we have a little friendly competition tonight? Put those tag titles on the line.
Yeah. And
then they DIY win the tag titles.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. I mean, you know, we've seen guys win the title at Mania and then lose it the next night.
Zack Ryder.
You know. Yeah, Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
And he's been, I mean, not to get on a tangent of that, but he's been pretty vocal about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude could just show up anywhere at any time at this point.
He was on AEW last week.
He was on AEW, yeah.
Faced Edge.
Yeah, I
the
know.
TNT Championship. But he's not, by far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, he's not under any contract. So
yeah. I wouldn't... total sidebar, I 100% believe we're going to see Matt Cardona back in WWE at some point.
I do as well, yeah.
You know, because I think he deserves a run as himself.
Yeah.
Being himself.
Yeah.
Dude, I could 100% see him show up in NXT first. Go back to NXT, snag that title.
Yeah, I could see that.
He could be the guy that takes it from Ilya.
Yeah.
And then, you know, which then brings Ilya up.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do.
Yeah.
So we've got. It's still. I mean, I want to say that the Judgment Day retained, but they could also get those titles back at any other time.
I could see
as long as they don't completely fall apart.
I could see them retaining one of the sets of championships.
Yeah.
And I could see, but I really, I don't want Judgment Day to break up, but I see it coming soon. I feel like the group has run its course now.
It needs, it definitely needs after our truth, the whole truth story with them. They need a little something else. And this thing with Dom and him doing all this shit. Like, we're definitely seeing the split of everybody in Judgment Day is getting more and more ticked off with Dom.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. I don't want to get to that yet.
We'll get to that because
later.
that's not next.
Yeah.
What's next is Jimmy and Jay, not Jimmy and Key, because like it says on my notes, because autocorrect doesn't know that Jay is spelled Jey.
It doesn't, does it?
No, I don't know why. It never learns. Jimmy versus Jay, Uso versus Uso. The only the third time in WWE history that we've ever had brother versus brother.
But it happens every 15 years.
Happens every 15 years on the dot.
So next one will be WrestleMania 55.
Yeah. So who are we gonna? I mean, at that point, who knows? I mean, we have no idea.
Literally no idea.
Are the Creed brothers actually brothers?
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
maybe there's Creed brothers then. Cells.
If they're going to be around they're going to be around for another 25 years, man.
15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
They could
be around for 15 years.
They could be around for 15. They're super young right now. I mean, they're like
way young. Yeah.
They're like 21, 22.
Yeah, they'll be in their late 30s by that point.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, we're calling it now. WrestleMania 55. Yeah. Creed brothers, brother versus brother.
Creed, yeah.
Creed versus Creed. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about this year. We're talking about Jimmy versus Jay. This is another one that there shouldn't be any shenanigans.
But
there's going to be shenanigans.
Solo could definitely get involved.
Solo's definitely, yeah, the only other brother.
Yeah.
And there's so much we still don't know about.
Which is a cool dynamic because there's never been a brother versus brother match where there is another brother involved.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, one of those brothers is definitely on the side of Jimmy here for sure. Unless you never know, something could happen. But I mean, for me, I love Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Like he's one of my guys right now, and
one of my guys.
Yeah.
Hashtag one of my guys.
Yeah. I think Jay gets it.
Yeah, main event Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I'm going with Jey Uso as well because I think he deserves it. I mean, not that Jimmy doesn't deserve it, but like I think pushing Jey Uso as a singles has been what they've been doing.
Yeah,
and he needs to win this singles match.
He does because I see a world championship in his future this year.
Yeah,
and you know what,
dude, I could see.
You could run it back at some point later this year with Jimmy and Jay for the world title.
You could put. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because that, and depending on who, we'll get to that later. Who Jimmy could be facing for that world championship, would be a fucking phenomenal match too.
Yeah.
So we're all right. So we're both. So far, we're 2-2. We've agreed on one. We've agreed on two, and we've not agreed on two. Right? Because we both,
correct.
Yeah, we both said Gunther. Both said Jimmy.
Yeah. The 6 women tag match. So we've got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. This match was made on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. As we said, kind of bummed that the women's tag team championships aren't being defended. The only set of titles
I really wish they were.
Yeah.
We understand that Asuka's been
you could have easily done actually. You could have really if the women's tag division was a little better handled, you could have had on night 2 a women's tag team championship match, a ladder match.
Oh, that would have been wonderful.
Yeah, night 1 would have had a men's tag team, and then night 2 would have had a women's tag team ladder match.
Yeah, it's the main thing that the biggest problem that I have with this with the match is that everybody knows it's the match that has the least amount of consequences and storyline. I mean, you can tell me that the Damage Control had been beating up Bianca Belair and Naomi when they came back, but they were just beating up everybody. It's not like they have a real vendetta against anybody. Their Damage Control is just against everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just baffles my mind that you have Bianca Belair and now Jade Cargill in the mix, and neither of them have their own singles match. Like,
well, I have a little fantasy booking situation with this match, which would be, you would obviously think, all right, my straight up prediction is that Jade Cargill's team would win, right? Because it's her first match. And
you would think
of course,
that,
right? But what I'd like to see,
I think I know where you're going, and I think I already like it.
Is have Damage Control win.
Yep.
Which would lead to Jade Cargill versus Belair on night 2.
That could very well, because, I think we're gonna get. I don't think anybody is expecting this, but I think Jade Cargill's a heel.
Yeah, me too.
I think
too. But I could see something happening, shenanigans happening in the match. Not necessarily Jade Cargill turning on them in the match, but blaming Belair for the loss,
or something, or the other way around.
Yeah. And
or the other way around.
Basically, it causes Cargill to attack Belair and Naomi, maybe. But then it leads to. I mean, I'd love for it to lead for the match on night 2, but it will lead to Cargill and Jade for sure. Because
Bianca Belair and Jade.
Oh yeah. Not
Jade versus Cargill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Just out of all of that, I think we're gonna see. Yeah, I think Damage Control. I think Damage Control is going to win the tag match because of who I think is going to win later too. It's one of the. It's so hard. It is so hard to tell, but I'm going that same route. I think Damage Control is going to take it due to issues between Naomi, Bianca, and Jade, because they're not a team. They're just 3 individuals getting together. They don't have the and I mean, Damage Control might have Io Sky could come and help them with that too.
But so could Bayley.
So can Bayley come. Yeah, Bayley could come out. Yeah, but this could be the problem, because if Io comes out and Bayley comes out, Bayley has problems with, like, Naomi's kind of okay, but Bianca Belair still does not like Bayley.
They have a problem with her, and Bayley doesn't necessarily have a problem with them.
No, but Bianca definitely still has a problem with Bayley.
Yeah.
And if Bayley gets involved with that match, that could be the impetus that causes the problems.
Yeah.
It could be as easy as Bayley gets involved, Bianca goes to hit her, knock her out of the way, and then hits Jade accidentally.
Yeah.
Causing them to lose. I don't think Jade is going to...
Or a situation where Belair sees Bayley and kind of asks her, like, what are you doing here? We don't need your help.
Yeah.
And that causes enough distraction for her to lose. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on key with that too.
Yeah. We're on
Damage Control.
Yeah, Damage Control. Yeah, for sure.
The only other match before the main event that we have is the other tag is the more family drama. Rey Mysterio and the future of Lucha Libre, Dragon Lee, versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar.
No doubt it would be a fun match.
It's going to be a fun match. I
don't like the forced injection of Dragon Lee. I feel like I get why this isn't a 6-man tag, because we've already got so many of them, right? I get it, right?
Yeah.
But because this would have made it 3 6-man tags at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
But like, I still think that it could have been anyone else on Rey's team. It could have been Carlito.
It should have been Carlito. It should have been anybody else.
Yeah. But it's a bit forced.
It is a whole lot forced. And I'm sorry, man. I don't get Dragon Lee. I don't get any appeal from him.
I think he needs to be given time to grow by himself. He's constantly being like handled in a way by being put with other people.
Yeah.
You know what? Just put him out there. Like they're doing Ricochet at the moment. Put him out there, have him win. And see what you can do in the ring, cut small promos backstage, but to just bring him out 1 week before Wrestlemania and go, you're in a WrestleMania match. I don't feel like he's deserving. Not to say that he's not good. This isn't me saying he's bad.
No,
but I don't think
there's no build up to it.
There's just no build up. It's like Jade Cargill has hype behind her, right? It makes sense for her first match to be here.
Yeah,
I know this isn't Dragon Lee's first match, but the fact that he's just been injected into WrestleMania without much hype just kind of makes me go
without any reason.
Yeah, I just feel like he could.
I feel like it's going to wind up being everybody turning on Rey Mysterio eventually at some point. Like,
yeah.
I don't see Dragon Lee as a face just doesn't do anything at all for me.
But hell, fuck, you know.
But it's going to be a fun match.
Well, could be, you know, there's few things we could see from this match. First of all, my prediction is Dom and Santos win.
Yes, there's prediction wise, Dom and Santos win.
So the reason I'm saying that is because I see Rhea losing her title. I see the Judgment Day losing the title, but I see the only person in the Judgment Day winning
is Dom.
And that
without the Judgment
Day. So that causes him to be like, he can be like, not trying to be rude, but be like, well, I'm the only one that won at WrestleMania, which can cause friction. But I could see Dom eventually joining Legado del Fantasma.
I think because then we can get if this is building up to War Games, later in the year, then I'll be okay with it I'll be okay with this once I understand, once I see where it's going. This is really one of those. I just gotta wait and see. But I'm the least hyped for this match.
Yeah,
like this is the match that this could be a SmackDown match to me. Like this is not a WrestleMania match. It kind of
should be a SmackDown match, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but this is not a WrestleMania.
It would be what I'd love to see. You know what? Dom could come out in some really cool, like, half and half gear, Legado del Fantasma Judgment Day gear. Or would it'd stir the pot even more if he came out in full on Legado del Fantasma gear.
Yeah,
because that would really piss off Judgment Day.
So
that could be cool, but. You never know. One thing I was going to say, it'd be
I'm still going to say it.
I'm still going to say it. A lot of turns, but Dragon Lee could also join Legado del Fantasma. He hasn't been given enough chance to prove his worth to LWO. You just brought him in.
Yeah.
So, and again, by War Games, you could have Dom, Santos, you know, the two guys that I always forget the name of. The other guys.
Joaquin Wilde and...
the other guy.
I have no idea. I can't tell you which guys are in which one. That's bad, man. That's bad.
No, shit. No, you're right. Sorry, Dom Santos, Humberto Carrillo, and Humberto.
Oh, Humberto and Angel Garza.
Yeah, so that's those.
Okay.
If that's 4, and if you had Dragon Lee, that's 5. And then you could have Ray, Carlito, the other 2, and you just need one more person, and then that's a 5-on-5 match.
Yeah.
So I can see that. You just need one more luchador, one more Mexican wrestler of some description.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. That's it. That's what we got. That's what we got for that.
Main event night 2.
Yeah. Talk about build up. I'm building up a thirst here. So hold on.
Oh, damn.
Night 1. Our night 1 seltzer. In dedication to our friends and community. God, don't fuck it up. You don't dedicate a match and then you lose. Dedicate this seltzer to our friends and comedians of wrestling, Dan Black and current and I guess forever champion. Nick the Supermark Tulo. This lime seltzer is for you guys.
I wonder if he still has that championship. Like in his
I'm pretty sure he does. Last time I talked to him, I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, it's hanging on my wall. Okay.
We'll get that unification match one day.
One day.
We'll work towards it.
One day. Once I get Tony Khan's bank account numbers, I'll just start buying up small podcast factions.
Yeah. It would be like that scene in Anchorman at the end, where all the news networks fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Tag team.
This match.
So we got the Bloodline, Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. First ever time since the 2-night WrestleMania where a night 1 match has consequences for night 2.
Correct.
Which is quite interesting.
Yep.
And I quite like it too because it's a story that can flow through both days.
And it gives people time, and it gives people a day to really let it sink in.
Yeah, to realize what they're about to witness. Yeah.
This is tough.
Not for me.
It is for me. Because I don't see why I think Cody and Seth have every right to win it, but I don't see how you're going to have Rock and Roman Reigns lose it.
Cool.
You know? So I really don't. This is the first one that I really have. I have the least amount of clue about what's going on.
I think for a lot of people this would be the case. I think a lot of people don't know this whole story in general, and that's what's great about it, is that we have a main event story that we really, really don't know the outcome.
But
and that's great, because that's what you want, especially from the main event scene of professional wrestling. You really don't want to know. Why would you want to go into a film knowing what the ending is?
Yeah,
and that's great.
I know what I want.
You know what you want,
but I have no idea what's going to happen.
But the good thing about pro wrestling is the bad guy can win too. But
I think the bad guys are going to win this
in night one.
Yeah, night one,
100%. So I think it has to be Roman Rock.
Yeah, because it has to be bloodline rules for the main event. It has to be bloodline rules
because it makes it makes it more interesting.
It does,
and
it leaves it open.
It leaves everything open for not just the bloodline to get involved, but of course, no rules means anyone can get involved.
Right.
Unless obviously The Rock specifies that certain people are banned, but that he could still ban loads of people, but then other people can still. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't ban people from. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work that way. I think they're leaving them. They're leaving it intentionally open and cloudy.
Yeah.
Because the initial thought is bloodline rules means all the bloodline's going to come and just beat the shit and it's going to be fine. But once it gets to that, there's going to be people on both sides.
Yeah.
Coming in with stuff. I think I 100% think that Rock and Roman are going to win, and I think it's definitely going it's not going to just affect the main event of night 2, but it's going to 100% affect Seth's match against Drew.
Yeah.
That one is just too obvious. We'll go. Say it right now. We're saying bloodline rules so we can move right on.
Yeah,
to night 2.
To night 2, Seth versus Drew.
Seth versus Drew is first on our list.
And I also, just we're not going to go too much into ordering of the night, but I think Seth versus Drew will go first, and which also will lie into...
Yeah.
So, let's look at this for a second. We get Seth and Cody losing on night 1. I can see Seth getting, quote-unquote, injured, storyline terms, injured in that match. Going into this match of Drew and Drew easily winning it because of this injury.
Yep.
Now, this will lead, you could think, maybe, for Seth, then blaming Cody for the loss.
100%.
And then, obviously, going into it, not necessarily helping Roman, but costing it for Cody.
Yeah. If I'm not champion, you sure as hell are not going to be champion either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but also... having it in the first match and knowing that Roman and Cody are last, that could also go in favor of this story. Because Seth could be like, why the fuck was my match first and you had 3 more extra hours to heal
now up? You have so much more time
to heal, and I had to go into it straight away.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like that's what we all expect from Seth. And that's what we expect this story to go. But Seth can take the high ground here. We also know that Seth...
he can.
Yeah. But Seth is he is actually legitimately working through injuries.
Right.
And I do see him taking time off. But
100%.
that does not mean that he still can't we'll get to later on.
No, you almost
we'll get to later on. But but I think we're both going for Drew McIntyre.
We're 100%. I think we're both in this that Drew McIntyre is walking away new World Heavyweight Champion.
But I can also see in this match too Damian Priest cashing in. So that's another thing.
Could be.
And the reason I see that is because all the Bloodline matches are in the first night. And that's why I can see You could have all of these matches, a backstage segment, an argument between the Judgment Day, and they'll be like, we've lost everything.
Yeah.
And Damien going,
not
everything.
Not
and that's
everything,
where
not
it
yet.
ends. And then next night he comes in and wins the world title. So they'll trade the tag titles and the women's world title for the world title, and then as we know before, like Damian Priest has always had this kind of power struggle that he thinks he's the leader.
Yeah.
And becoming the world champion and being the only champion would fuck up the power dynamics
100%,
and then make the breakup even more.
And Damian Priest is the longest member of Judgment Day.
Yeah,
at this point.
he is.
At this point,
beginning, yeah.
I could also see this. Now, this would be rewinding just a little bit, because this could totally fuck everything up.
Yeah.
What if Damian Priest cashes in on Seth at the end of night 1? Because all the Bloodline matches are all the Judgment Day matches are on night 1.
That would be great.
Then what's it going to be? Is Drew going to have to face? Would Drew face Damian Priest, or would Drew just lose his match?
Well, imagine this. So on night 1, the Bloodline finish up night 1, kind of how they finished up Raw the other night, with that Seth and Cody completely fucked in the ring.
Yeah.
Damian Priest song hits, comes down to the ring, and he gets in Roman's face, and he, with a referee, cashes in, but then you will think he's going to cash in on Roman, and then the announcer announces this is and then he goes down and he pins
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That would be. That would be amazing.
And then Damian ends night 1 as champion.
Yeah, and that would be completely insane.
But then we got the problem with Seth and Drew.
Then we would have the problem with Seth. Yeah, what does that mean?
So what do we do? We can't not have, and the CM Punk being involved. That's why that can't happen.
Oh, CM Punk that's right. CM Punk is somehow in.
He's a commentator, or it could be special referee by that point. Who the fuck knows?
Right, we kind of forgot all about that.
Yeah, but that's why that prediction can't happen.
That probably can't happen, but it could. But it certainly could happen after the match.
Yeah. Oh, after the match, for sure.
Because nothing would infuriate Drew more than winning and then immediately losing.
Exactly.
Not to the team that he was actually the team that he helped
at War Games.
At War Games.
Yeah.
And it's just another, and then it's just the
another thing you're going to complain about.
It's the Bloodline all over again for him, and now he's at war. Now he's at war with Judgment Day.
Yeah, and CM Punk could be the catalyst for him losing that title.
That's also true. CM Punk, yeah,
and then that could lead to Drew versus Punk down the line.
If that would, I think we just called it right there.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we called it right there because CM Punk, because the CM Punk Drew story is nowhere hasn't even begun. Has barely just begun.
And what better night for CM Punk than to see Seth and Drew lose the world title on the same night?
Yup, absolutely.
So that's where we're going with that.
And yep.
So Drew to win, but to lose immediately.
Yep. I think that's what we're going. That's not just the prediction of the match. That's the after
story.
Match.
Yeah.
And oh man,
and we'll be there for it.
And we'll be there for it.
Yeah.
Next up on our list, we've got Io Sky and Bayley for the WWE Women's title.
Yeah.
They don't call it the Women's Heavyweight title. That's not the thing.
That's the other one's. No. The other one's the Women's World Championship.
The Women's World Champion.
This one's just the
WWE Women's Championship. Yeah.
Bayley.
Yeah.
Why else would it be anyone else?
Yeah,
it has to be.
It's nobody but Bayley.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. This is what that entire story has been leading up to.
And she hasn't had a big title win at Wrestlemania.
No,
she deserves it. She's in fact, look at Sasha Banks, look at Charlotte, look at Becky
Lynch. She's the only one of those
that hasn't
four
had that big win at Wrestlemania.
Yep.
And she deserves it.
100%.
Probably more than anyone on the women's roster right now.
Yep. 100%.
So that's the easiest prediction.
I'm extremely happy that we get to see that, because as you know, and as everyone knows, I've been a huge Bayley fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever. I love the Bayley to belly is the most devastating suplex in all of professional wrestling, and I'll stand by it.
Yep.
To the day I die, because only Bayley, with her superior skills, can make a belly to belly suplex a finishing move that's devastating enough. She knows exactly how, because she's a hugger.
Yeah.
She knows exactly how to just pull all the air out of you with that belly to belly, and I love it so much.
It would be great for her to win with that too.
Absolutely, because
that's a throwback to her old character and everything. So,
we're getting full Bayley face turn.
Well, it'd be great. Imagine she comes out with her old theme and the Bayley buddies and everything. It's a perfect opportunity for it.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. She hasn't come out to anything.
Not for a while, yeah.
Right?
So there's a possibility.
What was her entrance theme before, when this past couple, because she just had didn't she just have a match?
No, she had a match. She attacked Io after that. Io's promo.
That's right. She hasn't.
But I don't want to see her revert back to it, because I don't think it's past.
No, I think a whole new Bayley. It's a whole new Bayley.
We could see Bayley. It could be one of those half and half entrances where she comes out to an old theme, cuts, and then it's like you know, yeah. But that's what I'm going for with that one.
Yeah, 100% Bayley all the way.
And next one is a large match.
Just a grudge match.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like this match is the closest to just.
I'm surprised this isn't a street fight.
Yeah. Well, we've got one. We've got it. What's that?
We got a street fight later in the night.
We do?
Pride Final Testament's a street fight.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't realize that was a stipulation for that.
Yeah. But I'm surprised it isn't.
I'm surprised this wasn't just a street fight or because this is a grudge match.
It deserves just two guys beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. I mean, we've still got SmackDown this week. There could be something. It could
change.
There could be some sort of stipulation, because
or like a Falls Count Anywhere or anything like that.
There could be something. We don't have any cages happening.
No cages.
There could somehow, I don't know. I feel like there's one more piece left to the LA Knight AJ Styles match, and we're gonna get some kind of stipulation, and it's gonna happen on SmackDown.
So. I hope so.
Yeah,
because I mean, with another match already being a street fight, but you could definitely. It's the reason I think it could be a Falls Count Anywhere is because these guys have honestly fought everywhere besides a professional wrestling ring at this point.
Yep.
AJ Styles home. Outside the ring with this whole security guard thing, fighting in the crowd,
flying halfway across the world.
Yeah. So I think this deserves more than just a professional wrestling match.
Yeah.
And if it is just that, I could see it just finishing. So that's actually my prediction.
Just finishing.
No contest.
A no contest. Oh shit. We haven't had a WrestleMania no contest.
But it
quite a while.
It gets so ridiculous that they end up in the crowd and maybe they fall off something.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
I mean, that AJ Styles versus LA Knight. This is very reminiscent to me of Sheamus and Cesaro. This just feud of two guys that just hate the shit out of each other, and I would love it if it went to a no contest, or if it went to if there is a winner, it's going to be LA Knight. In my opinion, because I think he deserves it, needs it. It should happen. Yeah. So if it's not a no contest, it's LA Knight. But if it is, if it is a no contest, then we're just going to get this feud forever.
Yeah.
There might be I don't know. I don't know.
I go, as I say, same with me. LA Knight or no contest, but AJ's not winning for sure.
Yeah. You want to know who else isn't winning?
Who's that?
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in the next match against Logan Paul.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I have Orton doesn't want or need a U.S. title.
No, and
right?
I don't know if Owens does either.
No, I don't think Owens. I don't think he needs it.
I don't know who the person is to beat Logan Paul, but it's not these two. And I feel like, well, let's look at this match for a second. It's a triple threat. There's no rules.
Yeah.
I could see Logan doing one of his crazy announcer table spots again because he,
Also, triple threat means brass knucks for everyone.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. So,
I can totally see Logan Paul kind of like
spending most of the match just trying to stay away from them, and then like letting the. Eventually, we're gonna have Owens and Orton fighting.
Exactly. So
like, you know that.
One of those will take each other out, and then we'll just wind up with. You know what I can see also is a really, really cool Logan RKO spot.
Oh, for sure.
With Logan doing some sort of move and Randy Orton catching him in an RKO.
Oh, 100%.
Similar to the Seth Rollins stomp situation.
Yep, but it doesn't. But that doesn't have to end the match because Kevin Owens will break it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going Logan Paul all the way. I think they're just getting too much cross promotion. Like this kind of not just because I believe it for the match, but also I believe it for the business.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul as US champion.
I mean, we were in Philly like yesterday, and we're driving around, and we're seeing. It's crazy to see the banners up.
Yeah,
and see like fucking Logan Paul's face, The Rock's face. It's like
it looks so. It's so
crazy
good.
This is 2024, and that's what professional wrestling looked like.
Yeah, that shit didn't happen 25 years ago. When last time Wrestlemania was in Philly, like they didn't have shit like that. They just
like
they had it at the arena. They had the banners at the arena,
like a 30-foot banner hanging off City Hall.
Like right, like City Hall is just covered with it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I love to see it. I'm gonna love to see Logan Paul retain.
Yeah.
Who? I don't know who's gonna take it from him, but it's.
But I'm happy to see it continue because and hell to see that he's actually been there. I feel like WWE had like this period of like getting celebrities involved, but not knowing how to handle that and having them involved for a week, gone for 3 months. But now they've got this like. They've got the money to pay these celebrities to stay around. One, they're finding the right celebrities that want to be on the show.
Because and also because the celebrities of today's era, a lot of these celebrities now grew up as wrestling fans too,
and they want to be part of it.
Yeah,
so Logan wants to put the work in.
Yeah, so it's not just who can we get who's a celebrity so that we have celebrities. It's here's a fucking mega million views on everything he does.
Billion views, overall.
Yeah. And he's just so good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna take it off him, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening this weekend for sure.
Yeah.
And then we've got
we've got the Pride with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament.
Yeah,
They were thrown together random 6-man Philadelphia street fight, as they're calling it.
Yeah, it's gonna be this is gonna be this is gonna be a giant, crazy, insane bunch of pain.
Yep.
I expect if of any matches that are non-bloodline related, this will be the one that has blood.
Yeah.
Just because it should. It'll be a lot of fun. I love Bobby Lashley.
That's the ECW chance.
There's going to be ECW. Yeah, it certainly will be. And I mean, again,
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I mean, we know that Montez Ford will do some crazy shit.
Yep.
And it could go all over the arena, the stadium a little bit, and just be silly. It could just be silly. You could just get nuts.
Yeah.
And as far as who wins, I think the Final Testament should win.
I think they should, because otherwise, why are you even doing? Otherwise, this should be a SmackDown match.
Yeah.
It doesn't. As much as I love Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits,
they don't really need the win either.
There's no
this new group with Final Testament, in order to be taken seriously, needs to win this match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because there's all sorts of story angles. Bobby and the Street Profits have had problems since day one.
Yeah.
Within their group.
Yeah.
And I think this would be a perfect time for them to just split.
Yeah.
I don't think, honestly, it's not working for me.
It's not. Look, they were both. Bobby was better by himself.
Yeah.
And the Street Profits are better by themselves as a tag team. And I feel like maybe the Street Profits have run their course too, and they need to split also, to be honest with you.
I don't know about that yet, because they haven't Well, no, they were Raw Tag Team champions.
They've been Raw, they've been SmackDown Tag Team champions.
Oh, were
NXT. Yeah, they've done it all. They've won all three.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I'll double check on that.
I don't remember their SmackDown. Nah, you don't have to double check. We're right, and if we're wrong, we'll cut it out. But yeah, I think Final Testament has to win this match to be taken seriously.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, Final Testament. Only thing left to say is I can't wait for this main event. We're both thinking this is going to be Bloodline Rules.
Yeah.
Which it should be.
Yeah.
And man, I cannot see. Not only can I not see it, but I don't want it any other way. It's just it's too easy. I don't know, man. I want to see Seth properly screw over Cody. I really want to see Seth come in all of this shit.
Here's my deal. I can see that. I can totally see that, and he can still do it. But okay. So Bloodline Rules. Seth can cost. No, Seth can.
Well, let's just the end result. Let's start with just like we did with everything. Let's start with start at the end and work our way back at how it happens.
All right.
I think Roman Reigns is winning, just winning.
All right. I think Cody Rhodes is finally finishing his story and winning. And the way he's going to do it is by overcoming every single possible odds against him. So that means Bloodline Rules. That means The Rock. That means the Bloodline. That means his own partner turning on him. That means everything. Everything against him, and he comes out on top. Because it's been such a long time, if you look back in history, it's been such a long time since we've had a professional wrestler this over as a face. And I don't, what I mean is like, it's not the kids cheering him and the adults not. It's not the adults cheering him and the kids don't get it. It's the kids cheering him and it's the adults cheering him. When's the last time you had that? It's
been a long time.
Hogan.
It's been a while.
It's been Hogan.
It was Hogan, yeah.
And we haven't had a face like that since in 40 years. So for me, it's just like you need to capitalize in it, and there is such thing as too late. And I think any moment after the final bell rings at WrestleMania 40 is too late. I think you hold on another year, you've already done it 1 year. And I feel like while I love long-term storytelling and what I can wait another year for him to finish a story at WrestleMania 41, I don't think a large chunk of the audience can wait another year. I feel like a lot of people are seeing this right now as the season finale, almost like the finale of this whole thing. And I think you need it to end this way. You need Cody to walk away as the champion, because not only that, but like Roman really has, you look at that roster, there ain't many people left. He's really done it all. He's beaten everyone. He's done everyone in that roster. And everyone to the point where it's like there's no one else on that roster that is believable anymore. Cody's the very last fucking one. Besides him and Seth.
And Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, that goes without saying. But like,
Roman Reigns has never beat Jinder Mahal.
It's true, he hasn't.
Just
to throw that out there.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
There, you know.
But there's no way. There's no one else that's believable enough to beat him. And not only that, Roman wins. We're far as storylines goes, we're stumped. I think we hit a wall. If Cody wins, Cody can go on now and face anyone. Cody and Seth again, because he turned on him in the match. Cody and Jay. Cody and Solo. Cody and Roman again. Cody and The Rock. Cody and whoever the fuck else. Cody and Drew. Cody and CM Punk. There's any way you can go with it. With Roman, there aren't many ways you can go if he wins. If Roman loses, it's easy. It's so easy where you go. The Rock instantly says, you let the family down. You're not the tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief.
Tribal treat.
Tribal treat. You're not the tribal chief. I am the tribal chief because you've let this family down. I had to come back to lead this family because you weren't doing it properly.
But what's the Rock gonna do after this either?
Well, he's a part of the fucking TKO board.
Oh yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
It's not like before where he was like having to be paid to take part.
Yeah.
He's infinite.
That's true.
He's infinitely being taking part now because he's part of the company.
Yeah.
He can be around whenever he wants to be, and he can not be around whenever he wants to be.
Yeah. I just don't want it. I mean, it comes down to the fact that I don't.
And the reason you don't want it is because you want Roman to beat Hulk.
I legitimately like Roman Reigns better than Cody Rhodes. Always have, always will.
Fair.
Nothing against. It's nothing against the guy. I think that this whole thing with him coming back to do, the finish the story, the raising the title that my dad never got and doing it for my mom. And it's also wonderfully touching that Philly is the perfect place to just burn everyone's dreams.
See the brotherly love, man.
It's the city that threw batteries at Santa. It's the city that burned their own city when we win or lose. I just see it completely differently, and I don't believe that. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just not believable to me. Cody Rhodes has never been believable to me as the heavyweight champion ever, and that's just me.
I think that's exactly that.
It might just be me because it's always been.
I think if you step back and, like, for example, watch back that moment on Raw where Seth's being beaten the fuck out of and Cody's music hits, that crowd pops, man.
I'm not denying. I mean, I'm not questioning.
Oh yeah,
that.
But I think like that's the crowd that wants him to win that championship. It's like that's their hero, and I think for a lot of people that's their hero. And I think they want to see their hero win the title. It doesn't matter even how long he holds the fucking big four.
And people can want a lot of people want a lot of things, and life is hard. Life is full of a lot of disappointments.
Yeah.
And here's my other thing about Cody. Yeah, there's a bunch of other people he can face for the title. But if none of those people could beat Roman Reigns, then none of them are worthy enough to face Cody for it either, right?
You could say that for anyone that beats Roman.
I guess.
Anyone, because honestly, they've built Roman up so much that anyone else who's champion after him is almost set up to fail immediately. And that doesn't matter who it is, because like
I just don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. When Cody finishes his story, then he's got nothing to do. He's got nothing else.
He can. If Seth turns on him, that's immediately.
Well, there you go. Yeah, then it's Seth and Cody again for the titles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like that wouldn't be. It's not like any of these matches would be bad matches.
Yeah, Cody and Drew, Cody and Punk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways it can go. Cody and Jay. There's a lot of avenues.
Yeah,
avenues we haven't even been down. Cody and Drew is perfect because they used to be a tag team. Cody and Punk is perfect because they used to be in AEW together.
Yeah.
Cody and Jay are perfect because they used to be a tag team. Cody and Seth perfect because of the obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of avenues.
There certainly are.
Yeah.
There certainly are. But I just don't. I really don't think it's gonna happen. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll be fine if I'm wrong. Like, I'm not gonna stop watching wrestling if
you're gonna be that viral video of someone 3 rows behind us filming us. This is fucking bullshit, man.
This is bullshit. She get a sign that says, "If Roman wins, we riot. If Roman loses, we riot."
Yeah.
Because that would probably be the most Philly sign. Roman win or lose, we riot.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, well, that's the end of our card.
I mean, I think that's the end of the card. I mean, there's not going to be much time. That's what we think. We'll see what.
And who the fuck knows what's going to happen on Raw? We'll be there in attendance for Raw as well.
Yeah, I mean, with all that being said and done, the only thing left that we have to deal with is our own match.
That's right.
It's our own title
one
match.
match that I know, and I can give you a prediction for that. And,
you want to get it? Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not a prediction; it's a spoiler. And that's that I'm going to win. Yeah. It's me.
I'm going to tell you that when in a career with your career on the line.
Yeah.
In a career versus identity. Oh wait, no. How did Danny the Brain Bauman, our special counsel Danny the Brain has quantified it, and we will get into this more because
the semantics of this.
Yeah. But stay tuned because up next, well, let's get to because we're off script now, so we still have some time before our main event, just enough time to do a Proper Pricks Punk Pick.
Yeah, not the last
Philadelphia edition.
Philadelphia. Well, even though the band's not from Philadelphia.
No, but it's a Proper Pricks.
I just said Philadelphia.
You did. You've been in America too long.
Yeah.
Oh man. We'll do that. We'll transition into that.
Right here now.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
And then after that will be our main event. The Proper Prick, CJ Newman, my podcast partner, my Punks Talk Wrestling tag team podcast partner, versus the Anonymous Podcast Critic, the person who has been trolling our
thorn in our side.
He's been a thorn in our posts. He's been a troll in our posts since damn near day one of this podcast. This story has been going on for those of you who've been along for this ride.
Yeah, you got a lot to get.
This person has started out purely as a mild annoyance, and has somehow gotten himself into a match with our podcast co-host, my podcast co-host CJ Newman.
That's right.
For the Punks Talk the inaugural Punks Talk Wrestling Superior Intellect of All Things Professional Wrestling and Phil Collins Championship. And before the match, we will run down the full details of all of this. To protect his anonymity further, we just found out today that this match he will not be appearing in person.
No.
For fear, for what we can only think is for fear that being here in person would, I don't know, for fear. I think he's still
just
afraid.
Out of fear, basically.
Out of fear.
And
but
that's okay. I understand.
But our special counsel, Danny the Brain Bauman, was the one that worked out these contracts for us. This is a legally binding contract that states without fail, there will be a winner, there will be a decision in this career versus identity match, and if the Anonymous Podcast Critic loses, he must immediately unmask and reveal his true identity. However, if in the 0% chance that CJ Newman, the Proper Prick, loses, you must immediately retire from the Punks Talk Wrestling podcast.
And I'll stick to my word. If I do lose, which is not going to happen, by the way, but if I do lose, I will retire.
Yeah.
So
we're just so at this point we're still waiting for the official call. I'm looking at my watch, at the time right now on my watch here that you can't see, but we are, once we get the call, the match the match will begin, and we're gonna have a winner.
That's right.
But before that, how's about you give us possibly? I mean, not to sound negative, but possibly your last Proper Pricks Punk Picks.
My very last Proper Pricks Punk Picks. Here we go. So, we have a band from Massachusetts, punk rock, As you probably
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Never even looked at the spelling of that word.
Now you're making me. Now you're confusing me.
How do you spell it? Go on.
I have no idea how to spell it. Massachusetts. It's American. We made it up. It's a word that.
No, give me a go.
MASSACHUA.
No.
CETSETSG. LNOP.
It's MASSACHUSETTTS. So it's Sets.
Yes, there you go.
But I always see Massachusetts.
Well,
anyway, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's a band from Massachusetts.
It's a band from Massachusetts.
They're called Jobber, going again with the wrestling themed bands. They're cool. They got their whole thing on their Instagram pages, keeping it kayfabe since 2021.
Nice.
If you go onto their Instagram, actually, there are some great little videos of them indeed keeping it kayfabe. They got a few little skits where they're wearing masks and face paint and.
Yeah, these guys are going all in.
They're going all in. They're
going all in, and we love. And if there's anything we love going all in.
Yeah. So
hashtag
going all in.
Hashtag we love. If there's anything else we love going all in.
That's right.
Got it right.
There's a band. There's their EP is called "Take This From Me." It's a great kind of like. I'm not sure what's going on in the front cover, but it's some Ultimate Warrior stuff going on. It looks like to me anyway. But it's great. It's like it's a 6-song EP. It's 13 minutes long. It's fast. It's quick. It's fun. 2 minutes or so songs. And I think we're going to go with their song Bad Trip. It's the second song off their EP.
All right.
And we'll play that right about now.
was fucking great. It's fucking awesome. These guys, yeah. Go check them out. What's the ats? Where can we find it?
Oh, yeah, you can find them at jobber_band.
There you go.
On Instagram. And you can also find them on Spotify, and you can find them on Apple Music and iTunes and Deezer even. So
and what?
Deezer. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is either. But I don't know. Don't know what it is either. But you can find them on Deezer. But yeah. And I think you can find them at Jobber Punks as well. PUNX in other locations. So
Jobber_band or Jobber Punks.
Yeah.
Just look up jobber from Massachusetts, and you'll find him. We'll tag. Yeah, we'll make sure to. We'll tag all the stuff. We'll tag all the stuff properly.
Exactly. Yeah.
There it is, man.
There it is.
Potentially.
And now we wait for this call.
And now we just sit and wait, literally.
And we'll just edit this back in once we get the call.
Yeah, or
kind of
or
left
not.
in the lurch.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before?
No, because that kind of sounds like I'm signing off forever.
That's true. Yeah, and you're not. Yeah,
and I'm not.
Yeah.
So
Nothing else the only thing you want to say is
see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Yeah, not physically. This would be the one, probably the only podcast we do in person for the next year or so.
Probably, yeah. The one time, yeah. So yeah, and it is wonderful. I mean, it's just, it sounds so. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't want it to sound fatalistic in any way, but it's wonderful to have you here in person, where we can both hashtag touch our flesh. You can hashtag touch my flesh, and I can hashtag touch my flesh. Your flesh.
Yeah. I think it's quickly becoming my favorite hashtag.
I think hashtag touch my flesh is probably is a topper.
Yeah.
Top five hashtags.
Yeah.
Hashtag top 5 hashtags. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Here it is. We're getting a call from the Anonymous Podcast Critic. Oh shit! No, it's not a call. He's not calling it. No, it's just a message. It's just a message. What's he saying here?
He's saying, here you go. You want me to read it out to you?
Yeah.
Here we go. He says, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite internet personality and life force. Life force, yeah, of Punk Talk Wrestling is postponing all things professional wrestling and Phil Collins' challenge. Still can't get the name right of his own challenge, but that's whatever. Against the proper bloke.
He's not even. He's not even giving you the
full
respect. Respect. He's giving He's giving zero respect.
He's not giving a challenge against proper bloke me until I feel like defeating him. I fight on my own terms at any time. To my APC army of nobody, I added that bit. Enjoy Wrestlemania 40 as I be in attendance, but shrouded in secrecy. So you know what? While we're at Wrestlemania 40, we will potentially set eyes at some point on this guy, but not know it.
So okay, so what you're saying? So what you're saying is he's postponing. He is no showing his own event here.
What's that?
Oh!